Question: if you can design your dream day from start to finish, what would it look like? How would you feel? What would you do? So, in today's episode, we are talking about manifesting your dream day, ultimately your dream life. And I am going to give you some simple tweaks that you can implement right away so that you can design a day that aligns with your true best self. So let's get right into it. Hey, welcome to another episode, Sis Stop Sulkin Podcast. I am your host, Miss Tasha Talks Life. Welcome. Today I'm feeling a little under the weather. So I am saying that I am getting better each day. I've been exhausted, just sleeping. Sleeping. I'm so glad that tomorrow isn't as busy as normal, but I've been doing visualization and manifesting for a while now. So I've heard from all different coaches and mentors and manifestation coaches on what that looks like. I read the Bible and I talk and it talks about, writing the vision and making it plain and, believing and having faith and all of that. And it's real. It's real. And I know some people don't like to use the word manifest. Some people don't like to think of law of attraction, but it's all biblically aligned. So I have no problem as a faith-filled Jesus girl talking about manifestation and talking about law of attraction because it's real and it's in the Bible. And so again, I've been doing these visualization exercises for since I started coaching, and I want to say since COVID, just being able to sit still and really getting into the root and doing some personal development and professional development and realizing that in order to achieve the things that you want, in order to acquire the lifestyle and life that you desire, you have to first see it. You have to see it, you have to believe it, and then you have to achieve it. And by achieving it is doing the work, taking the action, right? And I literally have manifesting things that I've thought about is coming to fruition. And it's just powerful. It really is. It's like surreal a little bit. Like you really have to have this unwavering faith and this unwavering belief in what it is. Like I used to visualize myself speaking when I first started. I was doing virtual workshops and 3 to 5 people were showing up, and I would visualize myself doing in-person events because I like to host. We would have our friends over and we always was hosting and entertaining and things like that. So I love to do that. And so I would visualize me on a stage. I would visualize myself going to the speaking engagements and things like that. And now I speak all the time on other people's platforms, on stages. I throw my own events that are more than 3 to 5 people. And it's just amazing to see it. And then even with my relationship, me and my husband, when we were separated, I would read this book. It's called The Power of a Praying Wife. Mind you, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if we was going to stay together, if we was going to work it out, if we were not. But I loved him, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna just give up. I'm going to work this thing, and whatever God says. I was in complete surrender, but I would read this book every every morning during my morning routine, and just speaking life over him, just praying for him, just even envisioning the husband that I desire and the wife that I desire to be. And then even because I'm like, at the end of the day, if it is or it is, it's all God's plan. But I still have learned a lot, and I still want the best, and I do believe in love, and I do believe in. So I started to. And now we're back together. We've been back together for a little bit now. And, we're working. It's not easy, but we're working on it. And I'm starting to see, that the things that I was visualizing, I'm starting to see those little things in him and myself, the way I would normally react to things. I mean, all of it is also intention and growth and, but I'm just giving some examples. I visualized my student loans being forgiven. I think I wrote it on my vision board for like 3 years straight. And so that's another thing. Like when you are manifesting and visualizing and attracting those things into your life, you have to be detached from the time frame. You have to be detached from when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. If you are visualizing your house, like for example, I know exactly what my dream house looks like, but I'm also detached from it being exactly like that. I'm more in touch with it having the space that I need. The everybody has the right the rooms that I need, the amount of bedrooms that I want, things like that, as opposed to what it actually looks like. Because when you are attached to what it actually looks like, then it's prolonging the process, because maybe that's not the divine alignment. Maybe it's a different color. Maybe it's in a different location. So yeah, so let me just get right into it, because I know the past couple of episodes I've been talking about, how things are keeping you stuck and how to become better and all that. But I wanted to come with something that was a little more lighthearted, but also some work, because I'm going to give you some work. So you definitely want to get your pencil and your paper ready. Also, before I get into it, please like the show, engage in the comments below, and subscribe. It literally takes 2 seconds. If you've been listening this long, just hit the subscribe button. It helps me, it helps the show, and it helps to get to other people. So share this with somebody that you think is on the same journey, or looking for professional or personal development, looking to be better, want to manifest the life that they desire. Do that for me, please, really quickly. Okay. So each episode, I start with the quote. And the quote for this episode is: manifestation is the art of believing in what is not yet seen, unknown. What does that sound like? That sounds like faith. That sounds like believing in you have faith because you know that God is going to deliver. You know that God is going to come through, and you don't see it yet. So having faith that everything is going to work out for your good is manifestation. Okay. And so we're going to dream big. I want you to tap into your inner child, right? Think about, get kid-like again. Have this big dream. If there was no limits, no boundaries, nobody could say no, remove the self-doubt. Let's dream big, and we're going to design your perfect day, the perfect day in your life. Okay. So I have some tips here in my notes. The first one is visualization, right? Sit with yourself in the morning, at night, before you go to bed. Those like the best times. And just sit with yourself and literally visualize your ideal day. What does it look like? What are you doing? What does it feel like? Like, I literally know my ideal day from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. And so basically, quickly, I wake up, my house, I see my room and everything. I wake up, um, I go into my walk-in closet, get put on my robe. I go downstairs. The kids are getting ready for school. I have someone in the kitchen that's making them breakfast, a chef in the kitchen making them breakfast. My husband is sitting on the out porch with his coffee. I come to meet him. We have a few minutes with the kids. They go to school. I go downstairs to my gym, my in-home gym. Yes, I got a gym in my house. I go downstairs to my gym. I work out for an hour, go upstairs to my home office, check some emails, touch in with my assistant. See, I can go on and on and on and on and on, because I literally know what my ideal day looks like. And it's not, and yet being realistic as far as doing a job that you love, having a business, whatever that looks like, but putting it in. Okay. So the first tip is visualization, visualizing your ideal day. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What are you doing? And being super duper duper specific. Number two, it's identifying your priorities. Identifying your priorities. Okay, so yeah, you have a job, right? Or even if your ideal day, you want to have a business at that time, like whatever it is, what are your non negotiables? What are the things that light you up that you are not willing to renege on? For me, it's a midday nap. right? So a midday nap is definitely included in my ideal perfect day. And it's a non-negotiable. So think about those things. Is it having meeting your spouse for lunch every day at your favorite restaurant? Is it going to the gym, going for a walk by the park, by your house? What is your non-negotiables? And you want to identify those, right? Because in identifying them, you're making space for them in your planning. You're making space for them. This is supposed to be fun. Don't overthink it, right? Have fun with it. Like, really tap into this fantasy, because when you tap in, it becomes a reality. Thoughts become things, okay? And then, okay, so number 3 is creating a morning routine. So these are things that you're doing right now to create your ideal life, an ideal day, right? Your dream day. Visualization, identifying your priorities. What are your non-negotiables? What are the things that light you up that you are not willing to waver on? What of those? And then creating a morning routine. Having a morning routine is going to set the tone for the day. So what does that look like? Keep it simple. We know that we have to go to work. We know we don't want to get up so early, but make sure that you have something that's going to set the tone for your day. So for me, my morning routine, I get up, I pray. I have a prayer box that has my candles, it has my journal, it has like my affirmations and declarations, it has some symbols that represent things that are important to me. I sit in front of my prayer box, I pray, I journal, I set my intention for the day, right? What is my intention? What do I have to do, and how does that have to look? I check my calendar, I have my lemon warm water, and I'm on to the next thing. So it's very simple, but it's every morning. And there are, I'm not gonna lie, weekends, Sundays, maybe Fridays that I don't get to it, but it's not about perfection. And I'm gonna get to that. I'm jumping the gun now. But yes, create a morning routine. This is something that you can create today for tomorrow. And number 4 is scheduling intentional breaks, right? So, an intentional break means you're going to stop everything you're doing. You're not going to eat your lunch while you're working. You're going to maybe put the phone down for 15 minutes and just totally like work on some breath work, or go for a walk, pray, eat your lunch uninterrupted, like really enjoying the food, the flavors, put the phone down. You want to schedule some intentional breaks in your day. Number 5 is, and this one is very important, is batching similar tasks for productivity. So thinking about, excuse me. So for example, if you have to send out some emails, make a phone call, write a newsletter, whatever that is, batch that together. If you need to go grocery shopping, put a load in a wash, sweep the floor, like whatever. If you batch the similar tasks together, it increases productivity and also allows for those pockets where you can implement the things that you really want to do, the things that really bring you joy and your non-negotiables. Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments. Is this making sense for you? And then number 6 is set boundaries. Yes, set boundaries, say no. So, in order for you to have your dream day, there's some people and some things you're going to have to say no to. There's some things that you're gonna have to think like, is this aligned with what I desire today? Does this align with what I wanna feel today or how I wanna exert myself? If it's not, and if it doesn't, say no unapologetically. All right. Number 7 is in the day with gratitude and reflection. The more you express gratitude, the more you have to be grateful for, right? So again, if your day didn't go as planned, or if there was some uncertainty or some unforeseen things that happened during your day, find at least 4 to 5 things that you can express gratitude for before you hit your pillow at night. It doesn't matter how big, it doesn't matter how small. I want to, encourage you to not keep it like my house, my car, my job. You know what I'm saying? Like think about an interaction you had with somebody. Think about something that you said to somebody or something that somebody said to you. How did you help somebody? Just expressing gratitude, and it just keeps your vibrations high, and it allows for more things to be grateful for to come into your life. And then the final uh point is number 8. Commit to consistency over perfection. Okay. This cannot be stressed enough, because a lot of times if things don't go as squeaky clean as we expect them to, or as we would like them to, then we fall back on it. It doesn't work. We don't want to do it. It's not good or whatever. Commit to just being consistent every day. If you say, for example, you visualize, you sit, you put on some you go to YouTube, you put in meditation music and you visualize. My friends actually have go to Journal Gym on YouTube. It's called Shadow Work. Her and her husband they're my good friends. They just launched a book, a sacred relationships book on shadow work. And addition to that, they have these 2 to 3 minute meditation audios that you can listen to, and they're quick, 2 to 3 minutes, but they help you to visualize. They're different, they're focused on different things, but check it out. Or just go to YouTube and say meditation music. You put it on, you sit, and you visualize your ideal dream day from the first time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Even I take it a step further and write it down. Write it down. Just keep writing and be as very detailed and specific as possible. And so if you do that, and then say identifying your priorities, right? And then you really don't, you get a little stuck or whatever, or you create a morning routine and then you don't get to do it every day, or keep going at it, keep trying it, don't stop. Being consistent over perfect trumps it all the time, because consistency eventually will build up where now you are more it's more routine. Now you could tweak your more you become it becomes like second nature. Like for me, like I said, I can visualize, I could tell you my day from start to finish. No hiccups, no nothing, because I've done this. I've visualized this, and this is what, you know. But yeah. So I hope that you let me know, are you going to try this? Which one do you think of the 8 points do you think you can start right now? Which one you think would be a big challenge for you? Like let me know in the comments which one you like. Oh my gosh, I struggle with setting boundaries. I struggle with telling people no, which is a form of like people pleasing and overachieving, right? But think about it. I want to hear it from you. So really quickly, number 1, visualizing. Number 2, identifying your priorities. Number 3, creating a morning routine. Number 4, scheduling your intentional breaks. Number 5, batching similar tasks together for productivity. Number 6, setting boundaries. Number 7, end your day with gratitude and reflections. And number 8, commit to consistency over perfection. So, yeah. So I would love to hear it. Like if you want to email me your ideal dream day, please do at coach@tashatalkslife.com. I want to hear it. Or you can leave it down below as well. This episode was to get you going, because we are going into 2025 ready to go, ready to achieve everything that we said. We are not going to stop. We are stepping on the gas. And I also want to let you know that in November, there is a wait list right now. Go to Tasha Talks Life /life goals. And I want to do a workshop in November, from limiting beliefs to #life goals, which is basically going to be talking about the roadblocks that are keeping you stuck, the things, identifying why you have these limited beliefs, what is the basis for that, and also identifying how you can combat those limiting beliefs, some strategies, and some templates that's going to help you, and then also identifying your next best step for your goals. I'm excited for it, but I'm not going to launch it unless I have a wait list, unless you join the wait list. I'm looking for just 10 women that are ready to take this on. So go to tashatalkslife.com /life goals if you want to be a part of this workshop. It's $29, which is less than $1 a day. That's just because if you don't pay, you don't show up for yourself. So it's just a little chump change to get you to show up, to get you in the room so that you can set the framework for in November for 2025. And yeah, it's been on me to do it. If there's something else that you want to hear me talk about, if you want to see me do a workshop on any other things, let me know. I'm open to it. I've been doing this for a long time. I've invested thousands of dollars in coaching myself. So excuse me. So I'm not just here, fluffing. I've definitely made some big changes in my life. And I'm just excited and I just want to share with you. So I'm going to end this episode with some mindset declarations, and feel free to repeat it after me, write it down in a journal. We have over 115 episodes of mindset declarations that we can use to speak over our lives. And I am sure that not one of them is the same. So, maybe I should create a mindset declaration journal or something with all the declarations in it. I don't know. Let's see. But anyway, um, it reads, I am healthy, vibrant, and full of energy. I am at peace with what is and excited about what is to come. Yes, yes, yes. And lastly, this one book is called The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. That book is phenomenal. It's a 1 hour read. I believe they have it on audiobook as well. But that book literally changed my life. Like I wrote the 7 principles in my journal, and part of my morning routine, I would read it every single day. Why? Because that keeps those practices at the forefront of my mind. Anytime I'm getting ready to speak negative, I catch myself. Anytime I'm ready to talk about somebody or whatever, make a joke about something, just in fun, I change it. Whenever I start to question why things aren't this way, I realize that they're this way because they're supposed to be. Not, I have no control over it. So just keeping those things in your forefront allows you to live an abundant life. It allows you to raise your vibrations and to be a more positive person, which brings more positive energy to you. So I hope this episode was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe to the show. Please share it with at least one friend. This is just, we're not going to keep this stuff to ourselves, right? So I just want you to have an amazing rest of the week. I want you to be well and to remember that your past, the things that happened to you, does not dictate your better future. Till next episode.